Hi and welcome. So I am doing a series of videos to help you grow your Instagram following organically here in the year 2021. So in this video, we're specifically going to discuss engagement, which I'm sure you've heard the word engagement as related to Instagram. That has to do with things like comments and likes and saves on your posts. If you've seen some of my other videos, you know that my focus for my Instagram account is on lifestyle and fashion. So of course, you know, a lot of the accounts that I follow and that follow me are also related to that category, fashion, lifestyle type of accounts. So first of all, like I said, we've probably heard the word engagement, and of course we want to get as many likes and comments and saves on our posts as possible. And Instagram values these things, and their algorithm's always changing, so we never know exactly, you know, what Instagram is, what the main focus is, because they're always changing their algorithm. But we do know that all those things are important. I've heard some rumors lately that saves are the new important metric, and you want to get as many saves as possible. And Instagram's really valuing that at the moment. But again, they're always changing, so even if that was true today, tomorrow they could change their algorithm and that could be different. So really I just try to focus on all those things, likes, comments, and saves, all kind of equally, no matter what Instagram's focus is at the moment. We're kind of got all bases covered. Say you have like we want a lot of engagement, so a lot of brands I think really value followers. We're always like very concerned with having a lot of followers, and that's important, but I think engagement's just as important as followers. So say you have like 10,000 followers, which would be great, trying to get there, but you don't get a lot of engagement. You have 10,000 followers, say you get 25 likes on a post. Well, something's not jiving there, and something you might see with something like that. I've seen accounts like this before that have a ton of followers, and then I look at their likes and comments, and they're getting very little interaction on their posts. Like, to me, that shows that maybe they bought some of those followers or did something else along those lines, which isn't great, because again, not only do we want a high number of followers, but we want a high engagement level. So it's not really a great idea. We've talked about before to like buy your followers and that type of thing, and this is another reason, because brands say you're trying to monetize your Instagram. With what I do, eventually I'm going to try to monetize my Instagram, so brands will look at not only how many followers you have, but also your level of engagement. So we just want to keep an eye out for that and make sure we're not doing things to get a lot of followers that are not going to help us in the long run. And then another benefit to having high engagement rates is for just Instagram itself. So if Instagram sees that a lot of people are liking and commenting and saving your posts, then they are more likely to show your posts to other people in the future that have liked and commented on your post, and also hopefully show it to more just accounts in general. So that's another benefit to getting all that high engagement, is just for Instagram itself and their algorithm. The more they see you're getting engagement, and the more they will show you to more accounts. So it's kind of like a never-ending cycle of you get more, and then they show you to more, and then hopefully that just snowballs and grows and grows and grows. So those are all great reasons to want to get great engagement on your account. So one thing I want to talk about is that it does take work. It's not just put a post up and then hopefully people will like and comment on it. I do spend at least a couple hours on my Instagram every day. I know not everybody has that kind of time to spend on their Instagram account, but I do think it's important to at least spend some time every day working on your account, and that means liking and commenting on other people's posts. So I do see some accounts that will have very few, they have tons of posts, and I really like their feed. I think their feed's great, and I always say, like, why don't they have more? I'm surprised they don't have more followers than they have. And I think a big part of it is that they don't take the time. Maybe they don't have the time, or they're just not, that's not their focus, but they don't take the time to engage with other people, which is so important with growing your own account, is engaging with other accounts on Instagram. So I'm sure you've seen that before. Like I said, find some accounts you think are just fabulous accounts, and you're like, you love their content, and you're like, why do they only have 1,000 followers and they have like 300 posts? It doesn't make sense. Like I said, again, maybe their content's great and their captions are great and the work they're putting that on that end is great, but they're not maybe putting in the work to engage with other accounts, which is it's a very big part of growing your Instagram following is engaging with other accounts as well. And then hopefully they will reciprocate and engage with you. So I do have like a small group of people, which, is always growing, and it takes more and more time, that I engage with on a regular basis. So you have your, in my case, it's mostly girls. So I have my group of girls that we just only met through Instagram, through each other's posts, and I like theirs and comment on their posts, and they will do the same for me. So you'll usually get your core group of people, other accounts that you're always interacting back and forth, comment, likes. It's just become a normal thing. And then you'll have kind of more fringe people, and then people that you don't usually interact with at all, that you might want to try to start interacting with. So there's kind of like levels. So my people that I interact with on a regular basis, I try to like every single one of their posts. If I do miss some, I'll go back and like the ones I missed. And then I do try to comment almost on every single one of their posts as well. Sometimes it's unrealistic, but if you can't comment on every single one of their posts, then I would say at least try every other, or as many as possible, just because that's your core group. So you definitely want to like and comment on almost every single one of their posts, if not every one. And then hopefully they will do the same for you. And then there's, like I said, the ones that are a little more on the outskirts that you're going to want to like, comment as much as possible, but probably not every one. Especially not comment everyone. And then they're going to have your people who you just randomly come across and maybe like comment every once in a while. So it's kind of the different levels. So for your people that you are very tight with and you want to comment and like all the time, I have a great tip for that. So as an example, I'm going to show you here my husband's account that we'll talk about more in the future, that I help run, Space Misadventures. So I'm showing you a screenshot of his account, and what you want to do is right to the right of their name, at the very top right of their username, you want that little bell icon, you want to tap on that, and that will be your notifications, to bring up your notifications options. And you can either get notifications for their when they just do a regular post, or when they do a story, or when they go live, or Instagram TV. So for me, I usually just turn on notifications for just their posts. You could do whatever you want. And then I do that again mostly just for the people that I really want to interact with on a regular basis. If you do too many, you're going to be getting crazy tons of Instagram notifications, and nobody wants that. So just do the people that you really, really want to interact with a lot. And then, so turn on those notifications. And then when someone that you are notified about, that you want to see their content, when they make a post, you'll be notified, and you go to their post and like, comment. So that's a great tip that we want to follow. As far as in-depth comments, so those people, my core group of girls that I interact with the most, I'll usually leave typically a little bit more in-depth comment, a little bit longer comment, something that's very related to their post. Of course, you can't do that for everybody, but you don't want to always just leave the same post, because Instagram doesn't look fondly upon always commenting the same thing, like, oh, cute, every post. You don't want to, every comment. You don't want to just say, oh, cute. So you want to do kind of something that's related to their post, and the people, like I said, that you interact with more, you probably want to maybe do a little longer comment. Put some emojis in there. Another benefit of you commenting on other people's posts is that other people that aren't already following you might see your comment, and they will want to follow you. So it's a great way, again, to get more followers, which is what we're trying to do here, grow our following on Instagram. So if people see you, made a cute comment, and they like your, maybe your profile picture or your name, they might click on your profile through your comment. Okay, so another thing that Instagram has started recently is letting you pin people's comments on your posts. So I think they let you do like 3 comments per post. So if you really like what someone commented on your content, you can go ahead and pin it, and that will put that comment up at the top of your comment so that people will see that first. So that's a great thing to use to show people your best comments on your posts. And also it's great if your comments get pinned. So if you make a great comment on someone else's post and they pin your comment to the top of their comment list, then that's a great way, again, to get seen by new other accounts that aren't already following you, and that might follow you, or at least, like I said, go check out your profile, maybe like or comment on some of your stuff. So it's always great to try to get those pinned comments, or to pin someone else's comments on your own post. Another thing I wanted to say is to be sincere. Like, I don't like to, if I don't like someone's content, or if I'm not in love with their feed, or just don't comment. I kind of like to, through all these videos, my one thing I want to remain constant in my thing that's kind of my thread that I want to run through all these videos is that you should be sincere. If you're insincere and you just say, oh, I love this, and you really don't, you know, it's just not worth it. It's not worth your time. It's not worth the other people, you know. So I just think be sincere. If you like, you know, their stuff, then comment on it. If you don't, just move on, scroll along, go to the next thing. So it's one thing, like I said, I just want to have as my major theme through all of this is to always stay true to yourself and just be, you know, who you are, and always only, you know, like people's stuff if you do, for real, and hopefully they'll do the same for you. And then that's the best way to build a real, true following and reciprocal following, is that if you guys really are interested in each other's content, it's much easier to like and comment on people's stuff that you really are interested in. So you don't want to be fake through any of this, I think is a great tip. Okay, so how do we get, I want to give you a tip on how we get more comments and likes on our own posts. And a big thing we can do is in our caption, you want to do maybe a call to action. And actually, you should do a call to action, maybe not necessarily in every single post, but I do like to do, I pretty much do them in almost every post. So that means you want to ask a question, or like if it's the weekend, you say, well, so what are your weekend plans? It's always a good one. Or, you know, do you have any tips for me on, you know, Netflix shows to watch? You know, that people do that a lot. So you always want to ask a question, and that will get people to comment. So if you're specifically giving them something to comment on, makes it a lot easier for them to go ahead and do that comment. So call to action is a great idea. Also, to get people to save your posts, it's a good idea to maybe do some lists every once in a while. Like, here's a list of my top 5 Netflix shows you should be watching, or my top 5 books I'm reading, you know, that I've read recently that I think you should read. And then you can actually say in, you know, in your caption, and save this post for future reference. So you actually tell them your call to action. You're even telling them specifically that you want them to save this post. And that's a great way to get them to save your post, hopefully. So again, just always, you know, interact with people in your caption. Just tell them, you know, ask them for a comment, ask them for a save, basically. You know, if you don't ask, you might not get. So we're going to be trying to do 2 things along the way here: growing our followers, also growing our engagement, and they both kind of work hand in hand. And if one grows, hopefully the other one grows, and this will help our, you know, whether you want to monetize or whether you just want more followers in general for some other reason, you're trying to sell items, you know, this hopefully all these tips are helping you. I'd love to hear what other things you want to learn, so just leave me a comment, let me know what things you would like to have me talk about in future videos. And also, if you have any tips, you know, for the likes and comments and saves topic, I would love to hear those tips in the comments. So if you go ahead and like my video, leave me a comment, and definitely subscribe to my channel. And we're going to be talking a lot more in videos to come about growing your Instagram following. So I look forward to seeing you in the future. Thanks for stopping by. Bye-bye.